Hello, what is the role of volume in chart analysis? Well, based on my opinion, the volume is there for you to see if the stocks you are trying to buy, there is a lot of people buying or selling it, so that when you're about to sell it, you know that there is a chance you'll be able to sell it. You don't buy and then you are not able to sell it, or the fluctuation of the price you are looking at before you enter or exit, you can back it up with a high level of volume. That's the way I view it. But when it comes to up to long swing trading strategy, I don't pay attention to the volume at all. That's one. Second, I'm swing trading large cap stocks. Those stocks are stable, strong. So therefore, they are back with a larger level of volume when it comes to transactions on the stock market. So therefore, I don't think the volume matter much. And I'm not trying to be precise when I enter or exit. I'm buying near the valley line and I'm selling it near all-time highest price. Today, as of February 4th, 2026, we are going to analyze AMGN. And AMGN is a big company. So when I'm looking at it, I'm not really pay attention to the volume here. I would prefer to take this session off of the screen if that will give me more space here to see my valley lines, because some valley lines can be, if they have not been touched by the chart in years, may not even show up on my daily chart screen here. I had to go to maximum monthly chart to see it. So therefore, I would prefer to have more space to see more of my Y axis on the chart. So when we are looking at AMGN, we have the date on the X axis from $0 from the past to the present, and we have the price on the Y axis from $0 up. So arrows on the chart shows that we bought it and sold it. The one facing upward shows that we bought it. The one facing down shows that we sold it and where we sold it. So when we are looking at this chart, with the analysis that I do, I'm just looking at the chart and I'm determining if I want to buy it, if I have not purchased it yet, and if I purchase it, if I want to sell. So when I'm looking at AMGN, is it a buy for me? Yes. No, it's not, because the price is close to all-time highest price than it is close to the valley. So therefore, it's not a buy. Moreover, we are seeing an arrow there facing downward. So that tells me that I sold it recently. And I can just zoom and count the number of days there. But when I put my mouse on that arrow, it's telling me that around February 5th, I sold it of this year. And I'm seeing an arrow here facing upward. So it tells me that that's where I purchased it. So I purchased it at a higher price in 2024. So 2024, I was using short upturn and swing trading strategy. I bought it there and I sold it there. And I have some arrows here as well. I bought it, I sold it at the beginning of 2024, and then toward mid 2024, I bought it, I sold it again, and then I bought it again a few days later, and I got stuck in it when it comes down here. And I could have purchased it here, but I didn't, and I just let it be in my portfolio for quite a while, for more than a year, negative most of the time, until 2026 or close to it. Yeah, 2026. In fact, 2025, toward the end of it, I was a little bit positive here, and then it pulled back again, and then it started going up from there. And pretty much around here, I sold it. So now my question would be, did I exit it too early? Having those arrows, and as we continue moving forward, and I'm waiting to buy it again I will know if I exited too early and learn from it, so that next time that I purchase it, I can stay in it longer. So I might have a good reason to exit it. It could be because I purchased it so high that I know that it could pull back and then start going up again. And when it pull back, I could be negative in here. I'm not entirely sure. But last time it touched base with this support line and then was done going up. It took a year and a half. But and again within that, around here, it moved downward quite a bit. So I don't know if it's going to do the same thing here and if before we go back up. But if when it went up, it didn't go up much. Do you see this peak here and this one here? It's not much difference there. So I probably must have judged that, you know, if it will move downward this deep before going up a little bit, before be done with it, and this increase here from this peak and this peak is not much, it might just be in my best interest to just get out of it and use that money to buy another stock. Could have been my judgment here. Whether I'm correct or not, it's another story. I will see over time how it's going to behave and I can learn from that. It may not necessarily repeat this previous pattern, but that is the only pattern, closest pattern that I have to rely on. So, and when I'm looking at it, and from here to somewhere here is probably about a year or so. So since it touched base with the support line here, so the cycle ended there, a new one started here. I got stuck in it somewhere here. So from here, I'm assuming I'm 1 year in. So 1 year in, and it could continue, you know, for about 6 months or so, but the rise may not be much, may not go too far from here, and there is a chance if it's going to repeat this pattern, it might pull back, and if it pull back sharply, I could find myself negative in it because of the level I purchased it earlier. So therefore, I just made that executive decision to get out of the trade. So get out of the trade, where I got out of it compared to where I entered, 333 or so, and 383 or so. You can see the difference in price, about $20 in price, like $20 profit per share. It was a good enough, and I got out of it, so I locked in some profits, you know, even though I didn't start raw at the value line here. And again, when I was buying it, I was using a different version of my strategy, the short version of it, buying a short uptrend line, following the rise of the chart. But the thing is, when it's done, I didn't know when it's going to be done. So when it's done, I got trapped in it. When it comes here, though, in 2025, when I decided to use long uptrend and swing trading strategy, I could have purchased it there, but I didn't, and just held on to this, and then end up selling it here. And I think in 2025, I didn't even add these stocks to my 2025 watch list at all. I had it in 2024. I didn't feel like I have a good experience in it since I got stuck in it. So in 2025, I didn't have it in my watch list of stocks that I would purchase. So it was not there for me to analyze it and see that it's at the value line. So toward 2026, to create 2026 list, I went with a wider list of those large cap stocks that I have on my master list, and I included back again. So now I'm going to wait to find an entry point. We can go to maximum monthly chart to see if there is another line below. And as you can see, there is one here, but there is very low chance it's going to come down here because it has been following this for so long. For that reason, I'm going to grade this line, turn it back into a default line, because this is so, those are years, those dotted line is so many long uptrend line that this is the line to buy at. So, and that is how I do my chart analysis. And as you can see, I didn't talk about volume at all. So now let's take a look at the volume. So you can see those rise here. We can see that bar is kind of longer than the others. I don't know if how those things are connected. You can start that one as well. And here, but frankly, again, there are strategy that will take volume into consideration. But with those stable companies that I'm buying and selling, the volume does not matter to me much. That's one. Second, I'm not buying a lot of shares, so it's not like we are buying 1,000 share of a stocks. Even 1,000 share of stocks, you should be able to sell it. And I will assume somewhere here they might talk about volume that is being traded, but yeah, they are not penny stocks that we are buying millions of shares and wonder if one will be able to buy. Second, one will want to sell it, if you'll be able to get out of it quickly or not. So in those instances, volume might matters. But when it comes to those stocks that cost over $300 per share, and we are going to buy 1 or 2 or 5 or less, at the most 10, I don't know if you want to spend $30,000 per trade, you know, unless you have a big account. Yeah, you might. But for us, a new swing trader that are trying to stretch our money, yeah, we are buying few shares. To sell those few shares, we shouldn't have a problem. So for that reason, the volume becomes irrelevant for the strategy that I'm using and for the number of shares that I'm buying and selling, and for the type of stocks, market cap stocks that I'm swing trading. Volume is not really relevant to my, it does not play much role in my decision making. So they are showing you the volume numbers here, the coordinates. So yeah, so for that reason, again, it does not matter for the strategy that I'm using. Even when I'm going to pull small market cap stocks, mid cap stocks to swing trade, I don't think it's going to matter much, because again, I filter those stocks to be stocks that sell on the on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. So automatically it's putting some good stocks on the list for me to work with. So therefore, and again, not spending a lot of money on the stocks to buy thousands and thousands of shares, I should be able to sell it. And when I'm buying stocks, excuse me, I'm not looking for precise entry. So therefore, it does not matter if many people are entering the trade or exiting it. I want to buy it when it touches base with the value line, even if there is a chance it's going to go below it. I want to buy it, and when it reach all-time highest price, assuming it's going to do it for longer, I will stay in it for that time. If that's, you know, for the time frame that I think is going to continue going higher, I will stay in it for that long, and then I will exit. For instance, here, when it reaches it, I stay in it for a little bit longer before I sold it. After I make that decision that any drop could put me in the negative, and any rise may not be too higher point from here, and I don't need to be in the trade for months for few more change, I can get out of it. I'm not trying to I'm okay leaving some change on the table. I just want to lock in some good amount of profits that I'm comfortable with and things like that. So this is not a buy for us today. Thank you so much, at least based on the strategy we are using. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your comments. And we thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Cross of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and in sub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your accounts from there. For more swing trading videos in this series, please check the playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Long Uptrend Lines. And we do have other swing trading related videos and playlists in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our digital online store, liberdownload.com. Thank you for your time. Happy swing trading.